The city of Roseville clearly excels at conserving water, saving almost 40% in July. Now, they also get high marks for planning when there's too much water.
Now, according to FEMA, it's the only community in the country that's earned a top rating for flood protection. So how's Roseville preparing for disasters, and what does the first-class rating mean for the people? CBS 13's Lemor Abrams is getting answers, and she's live in Roseville tonight. Hi, Lemor.
Hey, Dave and Sam. Well, a top rating means the city is simply better protected against Mother Nature. Back in 1995, this neighborhood was literally underwater. Water reached this line. That's taller than me. Now, 20 years later, this neighborhood isn't even in a flood zone. How'd they do that? Well, thanks to that levee behind me, and it's just one of a lot of major improvements in the city.
It was horrible. I mean, it washed out cars, boats.
It happened 20 years ago, but Joe Kelly says the images of gushing, muddy waters are clear in his mind. A flood so nasty, it wiped out entire neighborhoods and even drew then-President Clinton to pay a visit, and it paid off.
Well, we've done all we can, and as far as flood control improvements go.
Carl Walker is the city's floodplain manager. He says the city has been hard at work since 1995, trying to meet federal flood standards. It now exceeds them. Roseville is the only city in the country to receive a Class 1 rating from FEMA. What does a top rating mean? Less flood risk and greater incentives for people living here. For example, approximately 130 Roseville homes still in flood zones are eligible for a 45% discount in flood insurance. So what did Roseville do right? It spent decades improving infrastructure, from widening creeks to elevating homes and building bridges.
The flood control improvements that we have don't detain water, and in fact it makes better use of the creeks in flowing the water out of town, and that's what helps protect the folks in Roseville.
At Linda Creek, which overflowed in '95, there's now a bypass bridge which keeps water flowing rather than backing up into homes. Water reached your roof. And over in Kelly's neighborhood, his neighbors across the street are gone. The city bought the homes and installed a large levee. But Kelly knows with Mother Nature, there are no guarantees, especially with the threat of El Nino around the corner. And Roseville is also high-tech now. This log pole you're looking at, it's actually a tool to measure how much water is collected here in this creek. And the data is automatically posted online for people to pull up in case of an emergency.
All right, thank you much, Lemor. Live for us tonight in Roseville.